You're watching Wednesday of the Strangers in Space Quiz Week, and on today's edition we are going to be playing Whoniversity Challenge, so you don't have to. Hi, I'm JR.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
I'm Iain.
I'm Matt.
So this is going to be the closest, I guess, to the originals of all these quizzes that I've adapted for this Doctor Who themed quiz week for the anniversary. There's going to be a series of questions, university challenge style questions. They're going to start off fairly easy and get harder as they go along. The starters are not going to be for 10. The starters are going to be for 2 points. The follow-up questions are going to be for a point each. There's only 2 follow-up questions each time. And what I'm going to do is, if nobody gets the starter question, I'm going to ask the follow-up questions anyway, because there's nothing more irritating than in University Challenge than when they bump the follow-up rounds backwards. So you answer a question about a movie and you get follow-up questions about pottery or something, which has always struck me as one of the most ridiculous things to happen in a quiz. That won't be happening here. So it's 2 points for a starter. And then the person who gets the starter gets to answer the 2 bonus questions for a point each. If that doesn't happen, anybody who comes in on the buzzer, and if you come in on the buzzer, I want you to say the word buzz and stick your hand up, because you're small on my screen because I've got so much going on, so I can see who's spoken. And the buzzer question, if you buzz in and get a question that somebody else got wrong or whatever, it'll be a point. Let's just get going. This is University Challenge, Doctor Who style, basically. So buzzing in, who played Charles in The Visitation and Colonel Godsaker in Empress of Mars? Matt?
Oh, I don't know. John Savardant.
It was not John Savardant. Iain and Dylan, I'll repeat the question. Who played Charles in The Visitation and Colonel Godsaker in Empress of Mars? Now, I say it's starting easy. Of course, it is University Challenge, so it's not that easy. Okay, it was Anthony Calf. So I'm going to do the 2 bonus questions, the 2 follow-up questions, because I wrote them. So these will both be on the buzzer anyway. Who played Thatcher in The Crusade, Morgan in Colony in Space, and Jackson in Enlightenment? Okay, I'll put you out of your misery. That was Tony Caunter.
Oh, Christ.
And the final follow-up question. This is going well so far, isn't it? Who played a newscaster in Frontier in Space, Ponty in Planet of Evil, and the elder Billy Shipton in Blink? Right, out of your misery time. It was Louis Mahoney. Okay, another starter for 2. Who is credited alongside Paul Erickson as a writer on The Ark? Okay.
Buzz, his girlfriend.
The correct answer was Leslie Scott.
Your mum.
Leslie Scott, who was his wife. But you can have the 2 follow-up questions, which are a little bit easier. Again on the buzzer, who is credited alongside Malcolm Hulke as a writer on The Faceless Ones?
Buzz.
Okay, that was Dylan first.
David Ellis.
First point of the day goes to Dylan. It is David Ellis. And finally on the buzzer, who is credited as the writer of Pyramids of Mars?
Buzz.
Matt?
Lewis Griefer.
Stephen Harris.
Oh.
Lewis Griefer was the pseudonym that Stephen Harris was writing for, despite the fact that it was actually Robert Holmes who wrote it. So that was a 3-way thing, but Stephen Harris is the one who's credited.
Okay.
Next starter for 2.
Doesn't Dylan get the 2 follow-up questions?
No, that was a follow-up question. All the follow-up
so everything's on the buzzer?
No. If you answer a starter question
correctly,
you will get the 2 follow-up questions.
He answered a follow-up question correctly.
That wasn't. Nobody answered a starter question for. Yeah, nobody's answered a starter question yet. This one, somebody should answer, I would hope. Starter for 2. How many stories make up season 18 of the original run?
Buzz.
Matt.
8.
Incorrect.
Buzz.
Iain.
7.
No, I need an answer straight away if you're going to buzz.
7.
Dylan, do you want to buzz and take a guess?
Buzz 9.
Go on. No, the correct answer was 7.
Which is what I said.
Oh,
After you said
eventually he got timed out.
So
Well,
I
you know.
assumed 7 was wrong. I was going to say 7 too, but now someone if 7's wrong, it must be 9.
Yeah. So
Right, the 2 follow-up questions on the buzzer, seeing as nobody got the... If you buzz in, I need your answer pretty quickly. I'm not letting you buzz in and then think about it. How many stories make up series 6 of the modern run?
Buzz,
Matt?
11.
Correct. Matt's got a point. Finally, on the buzzer, how many stories make up season 4 of the original run?
Buzz,
Matt?
15.
No.
Buzz
Dylan?
12.
No.
Buzz,
Ian? Go on.
6.
It's 9. Season 4 is 9 stories in the original run. Okay. Here comes another starter for 2. It'd be nice if somebody could get a starter at some point during the course of this, but we'll just play it by ear.
Well, I got that one about 7. So
Yeah, but you did after you stopped and thought about it for about 3.5 minutes.
I went 7. So
I'd like to
initially,
point out, I get a reputation as being a troublemaker on this podcast. So far, the 2 non-legacy members of the podcast are the ones that are causing all the problems. I'm
But
just
Ian-
buzzing in and answering.
But
without
Ian
complaint.
also has a reputation as Matt's secret lover, so clearly he's also going to be causing problems, right?
It's a secret to me as well.
I knew there was a
he must-
reason I shouldn't
He
have.
must either be drugging me or be very small.
Or both.
Or both.
I don't want to hear about this. Starter for 2. How many episodes of Blake 7 did Robert Holmes write?
Buzz,
Matt?
4.
4 is the correct answer, Matt.
wow.
Finally, somebody gets to do the follow-up questions entirely to themselves. So, Matt, 2 follow-up questions. And because of the way this is going, I will allow somebody to buzz if it's an incorrect answer. So the 2 follow-up questions are as follows. How many episodes of Survivors did its producer Terence Dudley write?
5.
Not correct. Ian or Dylan, do you want to buzz in and guess? How many? Dylan?
13.
Incorrect. Ian, do you want to guess?
Buzz 9.
No, the answer is 1. Terence Dudley only wrote 1 episode of Survivors. And the final follow-up question, this just for Matt, unless he gets it wrong. How many episodes of Space 1999 did Pip and Jane Baker write?
2.
Not correct.
Buzz.
Anyone want? Dylan?
1.
Correct.
They weren't given a second chance. Should have thought.
So another starter for 2. How many original run episodes were first broadcast on New Year's Day?
Buzz,
Matt?
2.
No.
Buzz 1.
Ian? No.
Buzz 4.
No. 3. They were Volcano, because of course that was the week after Feast of Stephen. The first episode of Day of the Daleks. So if anybody had been taking any notice of one of our previous quizzes, they should have known that season 9 started on New Year's Day. And the other one was The Face of Evil 1, which, if you remember, in season 14, they took a break and advertised Doctor Who as returning for a new season on New Year's Day. So those were the 3 episodes. Now, there are 2 follow-up questions, so these will both be on the buzzer. So the first of the follow-up questions is this. How many original run episodes were first broadcast on Christmas Day?
Buzz.
Right. I think that was an absolute draw. So, okay, I'm going to ask you both to take a guess. You can both take the same guess, I guess. But Dylan, do you want to take a guess?
Yes, I am going to say 2.
And Matt?
8.
Dylan was closest. 1. There was only 1 episode of the original series broadcast on Christmas Day, and that was
original
Feast of
series.
Stephen. Original series. What did I say?
You probably said original series, but
Yes.
whenever you talk, I just sort of blank out words in general, which is a real problem for this quiz. I know. I'm just hearing half of everything you say.
Okay, final on the buzzer follow-up question from this round.
How many more follow-up questions are there?
No more follow-up questions after this one. We're back to
Okay.
another starter for 2. So the final follow-up question in this bit: how many original run episodes were first broadcast on Halloween?
Buzz,
Matt?
none.
Correct. So we're currently running Iain on 0 points. Oops. Iain on 0 points, Dylan on 2 points, and Matt on 4 points. It's all right. We don't mind a little bit of dog in this podcast, as Iain knows only too well. And you should know too, Matt, if Iain knows. The next starter for 2, not counting 42, which 2 stories share the honour of shortest story title of the modern series?
Buzz.
Matt was first.
Blink and smile.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Iain, you did buzz. Do you want to stick with that
No,
buzz?
I didn't buzz.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Was it you, Dylan?
Yeah. Is it Rose and Rosa?
But
Yes,
wrong.
it is.
Oh,
And
okay.
Hyde. Somehow I missed Rose. But you got 2, and that's what I asked for. So that is definitely 2 points for you. But you get the 2 follow-up questions this time, Dylan, which will go on the buzzer if you get them wrong. Not including suffixes such as part 1 or prefixes such as flux chapter 1, in terms of the number of words, which is the longest episode title of the modern series.
The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe?
No, I'm afraid there's one that's
Buzz.
even longer than that. Matt?
Could it be A Good Man Goes to War?
No, that's just 5 words.
A Good Man Goes to War. There's 6 words.
Oh, 6 words. But Dylan had already said one with 7 words, which I said was wrong.
Okay.
So I'm looking for one with 8 or more words. Iain, do you want to take a guess?
Don't help him.
I mean, you guessed fewer words than Dylan had guessed, Matt.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm
fair
trying
enough.
to answer quickly, not like Iain, who's
Right, Iain, I think you're out of
I
time.
don't know. I mean, yeah.
It's the pyramid at the end of the world.
It's funny how no one remembers that story.
And finally, Dylan, the last follow-up question in this round is: which 2 stories each have the shortest story title of the original run?
Ooh.
Would have been 3, but there's a reason why it's only 2.
Is it the Daleks and the Romans?
Right, I'm putting you out of your
Buzz,
misery. 'Cause
Buzz.
neither
Oh.
of those 2 were broadcast titles anyway. Iain,
Kinder and Sharda.
incorrect. Matt, do you want a buzz?
oh Christ. No, I can't think.
I mean,
Meglos? No, Meglos is the same as Sharda.
in fact, Meglos is a letter more than Sharda.
Okay. I don't know.
Iain, have you worked out the mistake you've made?
No, I haven't.
I said it would have been 3, but it's only 2 because one of them was never broadcast as part of the original run. So you're actually looking for Robot and Kinder, and Sharda doesn't count.
You idiot, Iain.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
Christ's sake.
Another starter for 2. Which director was responsible for 4 Peter Davison serials and no other serials
Buzz.
of Doctor Who? Matt?
Peter Moffat?
Incorrect.
Buzz. Peter
Iain?
Grimwade.
Incorrect.
Can I do another buzz?
No.
Buzz.
Go on,
Fiona
Dylan.
Cumming?
Fiona Cumming is correct for 2 points, Dylan. And so you get the 2 follow-up questions as well, although given the carnage of the last time you had 2 follow-up questions, I'm not holding out an awful lot of hope, but you never know. Which director made stories set in Egypt, in Paris, up a lighthouse, and in a deserted London?
In Paris and
Buzz.
yeah.
Buzz.
Okay, Matt.
Paddy Russell.
Paddy Russell is the correct answer.
Oh,
And finally, in the follow-ups, Dylan, for you, which director is responsible for the final episode in every series of a particular Doctor?
oh.
Buzz.
Hang on. Is this the original series or?
Well, I mean, it's across the entirety of Doctor Who. This has only ever happened once, that every last episode in a series for a particular Doctor has all been directed by the same person.
Is it Rachel Talalay?
Buzz.
It is
Buzz.
Rachel Talalay.
I buzzed first. Come on.
What about Barry Letts?
I mean, he got it right, but
What about Barry Letts?
Barry Letts didn't direct all of his finales, did he?
Didn't he?
He wrote them. He wrote
Okay.
or directed all of his
I suppose
finales.
the
He
demons.
didn't do the Time Monster, and he only did a bit of Inferno.
Yeah, and the demons as well. He didn't do.
Yeah.
No.
So you're wrong.
Well, I know that now. I know that now. But you know,
I'd love to know what Ian's guess was going to be.
It was going to be Barry Letts. I'll tell you that now.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, another starter for
Oh, God.
2. Stephen Moffat has taken 6 co-writing credits, but with only 5 different writers. Which one did Stephen Moffat take a co-writing credit with twice?
Buzz.
Dylan?
Peter Harness.
Correct. 2 points for Dylan there. The others were Phil Ford, Stephen Thompson, Gareth Roberts, and Jamie Matheson, by the way. So now, 2 follow-up questions for you, Dylan, which go on the buzzer if you get them wrong. How many co-writing credits did Russell T Davies take?
1.
Buzz.
Oh no, it
Matt.
was 2, wasn't it?
2. Oh, thank you.
Fuck.
It was 2, Matt. Gareth Roberts and Phil Ford. And finally, and again, this just for Dylan, unless he gets it wrong, in which of Chris Chibnall's series did he take 3 co-writing credits as opposed to 1 each in the other 2?
That would have been his second series.
Correct, series 12. So that was Vinay Patel, Pete McTighe, and Charlene James. So as things stand, Matt is on 7 points, Dylan is on 9 points, and so another starter for 2. I mean, Ian, I'm swinging for you, Ian.
It's the hangover, really. You know, if it wasn't for that, I'd be well in the lead.
Another starter for 2. The Gunfighters was the last serial to feature individual episode titles, but did the Savages begin with part 1 or episode
Buzz.
1? Matt?
Episode.
Correct. Another 2 points for Matt, and Matt, you get first go at these 2 follow-up questions. Which story, a companion's debut, was the first to move to using part 1 rather than episode 1?
Terror of the Autons.
Nope.
Buzz.
So, Dylan?
Spearhead from Space.
Nope. Ian, do you want to take a guess? Companion debut.
The War Machines.
It was the Time Warrior.
Oh.
And the final follow-up question for Matt. Which story was divided into neither parts nor episodes, but instead used only the numbers by themselves?
Is that the War Machines?
No, it was not.
Buzz.
Dylan?
10th Planet.
Nope. Ian? Dylan's worked it out.
I think I've got it as well.
No, I don't know.
Is it
Do you wanna
Ice
put him-
Warriors?
It was the Ice Warriors.
Yeah. Well, we
Right.
should, I mean, Ian should get that because, well,
A charity point.
yeah. No, I'm not saying he should get it. I'm saying he really should have got it because I did that for his podcast, his other podcast. Sorry,
Oh,
carry
there
on.
you go. Right, another starter for 2. In which calendar year of the 21st century has the BBC broadcast the most new episodes of Doctor
Buzz.
Who? Matt?
2007.
Nope.
Buzz.
Dylan?
2008.
Nope. Iain?
2005.
No, it was 2010, which started with The End of Time Part 2, which made it one extra episode over the 13 for the series and the Christmas special. So 15 episodes in 2010. 2 follow-up questions on the buzzer. In which 2 calendar years of the 21st century has the BBC broadcast the least new episodes of Doctor Who?
Buzz.
Matt?
2014 and 2016.
No.
Buzz.
Iain?
2001 and 2003.
No. It has to be years in which they broadcast Doctor Who.
Well, you didn't say that. You said just years.
Okay, I'm adding that now. Dylan, do you want to guess? 2 years.
2019 and 2015.
So close. It was 2016 and 2019.
Yes.
Both of those years just had the one special. So, in how many calendar years of the 21st century will the BBC have broadcast fewer than 10 new episodes of Doctor Who? And that includes this year.
Buzz.
Matt?
4.
Incorrect.
Buzz.
Dylan?
6.
Incorrect.
Come on, Iain. Come on, Iain.
8.
Oh, we went too far. It was 7. 2009, 2012, 2016, 2019. And then, thanks to Russell T Davies, 2021, 2022 and 2023 all have fewer than 10 episodes of new Doctor Who. So,
Screw you, Russell.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, next starter for 2. Which has the most of the story titles? In other words, something of the something. The original run or the modern series? And in the original run, go on.
Modern series?
Correct. 25 of the story titles to 23 in the original run. So, Matt, you get first go at the 2 follow-ups. Which Doctor has had the most of the story titles overall?
Tennant?
No, it was Jodie Whittaker. She's had 10. Oh. David Tennant had 4, and I don't know. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm losing it. Yeah, David Tennant had 4, and so did Colin Baker and Patrick Troughton. Tom Baker and John Pertwee each had 5. Matt Smith had 6. Peter Capaldi only had 3. Peter Davison and Christopher Eccleston had 2 each, and Sylvester McCoy just had the 1. And the final question in this round, Matt, for you is, which is that one 7th Doctor story with an of the story title?
7th Doctor. So which one? That's Remembrance of the Daleks.
That is correct. So I'm going to have to start adding these things up because I'm losing my place here. No thanks to Iain.
Yeah, Iain.
I think you're doing a great job, Iain. Don't listen to them.
Dylan, you're on 9. Matt, you're on 12. Next starter for 2. Which of the first 2 Doctors eras includes the most missing episodes?
Buzz.
Matt?
Hartnell.
Incorrect.
Trout.
Oh.
I mean, somebody's got to say Buzz again before we can go.
Buzz Troughton.
It is.
Buzz Troughton wasn't a doctor.
He was an astronaut.
Buzz Troughton was his nickname in his 3rd family.
I mean, to be fair, Iain is now off the mark, which is a good thing. And Iain has 2 follow-up questions. So, of those 6 first seasons from the 1st and 2nd Doctor, the first 6 seasons, which single season has the most missing episodes?
Season 4.
Buzz.
Correct.
Damn.
Iain, if you get this next one, Iain, not only are you off the mark, but you've also doubled your tally in short succession. So, season 2 only has 2 missing episodes. That would be too easy a question. So, of the other 5, which season has the next fewest missing episodes?
Season 5.
Season 6. Season 5 has 18 missing. Season 3 has 28 missing. Season 4 had 33 missing. But season 6 only has 7, and season 1 has 9.
Wouldn't that have been a does anyone want to buzz situation?
No.
It would have been, but I forgot, so it's too late now, Matt.
You were too busy playing with your dog anyway.
Or he
Yeah.
wants to get up.
I mean, that's fine. We're on video. People can enjoy that if you want. Or not. I mean, Iain. No, let's not go there. Next starter for 2. Which Doctor Who was born the earliest?
Buzz.
Matt.
Well, Hartnell? No, Bradley? Hartnell.
It is William Hartnell. He was born in 1908 on the 8th of January. So there's another 2 for you, Matt.
Yeah.
So you get 2 follow-up questions. Which modern Doctor was born the earliest?
Modern Doctor Capaldi.
Correct. 14th of April 1958. And finally, which original series Doctor was born the latest?
Latest. Davison.
Correct. So that was the easiest 4 points you'll get in this. So now a slightly harder one. Possibly, I don't know. Another starter for 2, though. Which band's song, Oh Well Part 1, was featured in the story Spearhead from Space?
Buzz.
Dylan?
Oh, fuck, it's gone out of my head. Thin Lizzy. No, that's not it.
Buzz. Not.
Buzz.
Oh, Matt?
Led Zeppelin?
No. Iain?
Was it something like the Dave Clark 5?
It was Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Oh.
Fuck my life. Oh, sorry.
You don't get that on University Challenge.
I didn't mean to say before we started all this, let's not have any swearing so that kids can watch it, but clearly that's gone out the window.
Dylan's let us down.
Potty mouth, Dylan.
I do apologise.
There are 2 follow-up questions, and these are on the buzzer, of course. In which stories does King Crimson's song The Devil's Triangle appear?
Old or new series?
Old series. King Crimson. They were a 1960s, 70s prog rock band.
Buzz.
Go on.
Terror of the Autons.
No. Anybody else want to guess? Dylan?
The Sea Devils.
No. Iain, want to guess?
No.
Just Iain, just guess a John Pertwee story set in a prison or something.
Oh, the Mind of Evil.
Correct. Nicely done, Iain.
Thank you. Yeah.
And finally on the buzzer, which Jimi Hendrix song features in Revelation of the Daleks?
Buzz.
Matt?
Purple Haze?
Nope. Iain?
All Along the Watchtower.
Nope. Dylan?
Those are the only 2 Jimi Hendrix songs I know. So.
Right.
It's Fire. Another starter for 2. And there's...
God, it keeps going.
Well, this is the last question.
Okay.
So, in order to help us out, which is actually bloody pointless at this point because the scores are such that this is not going to make any difference. No, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to up the ante here. This is the final question. There are 4 follow-ups. So this is going to be a starter for 5, and you can have 2 points for each successful. So there are potentially 13 points up for grabs here. I got to tell you, the scores as they stand, Iain, you're on 4, which means you could be up to 17. Dylan, you're on 9. Matt, you're on 16. So anyone can still win. A starter for 5.
We should just stop here. I feel comfortable with the amount that we've all answered. I think we've produced a perfect podcast, and we can just stop and just retire.
I think you're probably still going to win, Matt.
Oh.
But nevertheless, there's a chance for somebody to overtake you because these will go on the buzzer. So, if you don't get let's see how we go. How many modern era stories for 5 points had titles that were divided into part 1 and part 2 rather than given individual names?
Buzz.
Ooh, Dylan, I think that was you.
I think there are 5.
Not correct.
Buzz.
Matt.
2.
Matt gets the starter for 5. But there are still 8 points up for grabs because it was 2. It was the end of Time, part 1 and part 2, and Spyfall, part 1 and part 2. And those were the only ones that were divided into parts 1 and part 2.
My GCSE technique is just guessing as quickly as possible so I can get to go home.
We gathered. Okay, so here are the 4 follow-ups, each one for 2 points. Which other 2 modern stories included the word part as part of their name?
Included the word part. Spyfall? No, we've had Spyfall, haven't we?
Yeah. Included the word part as part of their name. Okay, I'm going to allow it on the buzzer.
Buzz.
Ian?
Parting of the Ways.
Nice.
And? You will get a
Yeah.
point for that.
Thank you.
And a party in my mouth.
Dylan, do you want to guess the final one?
Oh, I've got no idea.
Partners in Crime.
Oh,
Right. Next follow-up question. This one's for Matt.
For me, yeah.
Which other 2 modern stories included the word one as part of their name?
There's probably the Flux. Once Upon a Time. And Once Upon Time. And
Incorrect. Do you
what?
not see what you did there, Matt?
Oh, because once has got a C in the middle of one. Okay.
Indeed. Dylan, Ian, do you want to buzz? 2 modern stories episodes which include
Buzz.
the word Ian?
Smith and Jones.
Nice.
Yes.
And I'll let Dylan have the other one.
I don't have the other one, so back to Ian.
Flesh and Stone.
Oh,
That's
God.
going to be the other one.
Yeah.
Right. Matt, your next one, on a similar vein, which 2 original run stories included the word one as part of their name?
Bloody hell. I can't. I don't know. And I'd be
Anybody
very
want to
impressed.
buzz?
Buzz,
Go
Stones
on.
of Blood.
Nice.
Yeah, you're getting one for that.
Is he?
He's getting a point for it, yes.
Really? You get half points?
That's what I've said. That's what I've been doing.
I don't know what the other one is.
Anybody know what the last one is? I mean, Matt, you're currently over 10
I
points
know, but
ahead.
I don't just want to win.
I think you already have one.
I wanted to moralize to the point that people leave this podcast feeling like they made the wrong life decisions.
The other one
But it's
was
a team game.
the other one should have been easier. It was the Faceless Ones.
Oh.
Of course.
Finally, for 2 points, I just want you to name one story for 2 points here, Matt. And this one should be easy. Which original run story included the word two as part of its name?
2 doctors.
Correct. Matt, at the end of all that, Ian has scored 6 points, Dylan has scored 10 points, and you, Matt, have scored 23 points.
Okay.
And you are the winner of today's quiz.
I mean, I have to be honest, that's blind luck. Apart from Iain. Iain was just incompetent, but the number of points I got was blind luck.
So, tomorrow we'll be back for an episode of Only Connect, Doctor Who style. Until then, I was JR.
I was Dylan.
I was Ian.
I was Matt.
And we will speak again soon.